Yeah, guys and girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Anthony Kenneth Bishop, and welcome to my version of the daily news for you. So today is Monday, 15th of May 2017. This is my second taking of the daily news and for this date in time, or for this time era and day, a month. So yeah, we're in 2017 still. We're almost halfway through the year already. So it'll be around about June, which will be the 6th month, and then we've got 6 more months till December. So what you guys and girls going to be doing around Christmas time or around December this year? You got any plans at all? Anyway, so we're going to get down to the news. Yeah, let us know in the comments below what you think about this new thing I'm doing as well. And I've also got my little name at the bottom there as well for my channel. And I've got like a like and subscribe there, which I've just come up with my own sort of like variation of this video. And then I've got like a sort of a proper news thing, which I've done using SHAREfactory for the PlayStation 4. I'm using Sony's PlayStation 4's sort of like, I would say it's like a factory version of creating your own videos. It's like your own video editing software, technically. Well, actually it is a video editing software, not actually technically, actually is. And Sony have gave you the tools. All you have to do is come up with the imagination and the actual positivity of actually creating something glorious. So I thought I would come up with something like this, something not too hard, nothing too easy, but different sort of transitions, where it transitioned from one video from the start, where it came up with my name and the daily news, right through to this gameplay here, which is actually Dirt. This is the previous Dirt at the moment. They got the new one coming out in June the 9th from Codemasters. I've been playing a little bit of gameplay of this. It's a car racing simulator game. I like playing video games, and it kind of makes me happy. It gives me a good feeling to play video games. It makes me happy in that way, and what makes me happy hopefully makes other people happy as well, who are gamers as well. But I also like to bring some daily news, some positivity to my channel, as well as controversial videos, news and topics and ideas and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, for Monday 15th of May, this is my second video. I'd done one earlier. I kind of didn't really have much time because I'd done a 13-minute video, so this one's on for 28 minutes, so I can kind of organise and fit kind of a few different topics in one segment. So what I've done, you should see one cut of the scene, so once this video, this match that I'm playing now, finishes, you'll see it go over to the next one, which will connect over to another game, which is a different level I was been playing of Dirt Rally, and this is a fantastic game. I actually enjoy it and I recommend it to anyone. Anyway, let's get through to the first topic. Yeah, the first topic of the daily news for the 15th of May. So about a few minutes ago, I'd say, not even 15 minutes ago now, this is probably about an hour ago, actually, yes, an hour ago. Now, this one's a bit controversial because it's kind of like sort of a touchy sort of topic. Apparently, I don't even know who this guy is. I've noticed that he's a murderer, and he carried out like some murders with his girlfriend or something. Apparently he's dead or something. She died, I mean, a long time ago, his girlfriend. This is to do with Brady. He's to do with the Moles murders, which is now apparently says it's is now Greater Manchester in England. and the span of killings was the 12th of July 1963 to the 6th of October 1965, so it spanned about 2 years, and there was 5 victims. I think 4 of them were found, and the 5th one they were still trying to find. And apparently this killer, Ian Brady, who used to get his girlfriend to lure the people in to the sort of the situations where they used to kill them. She used to be sort of the luring, and he used to be the murderer to kill them all and all that, and then used to bear around the malls. That's the sort of like the topic. Anyway, apparently for the 15th of May today, or because I'm going to be uploading this probably in about half an hour, so it's 11:17 now. So by the time I'm finished doing this topic, this whole 28 minutes, it'll be gone, be coming up to 12 o'clock. So I won't be uploading it till gone 12, so it'll be the 16th. But this is for the 15th, so technically I'm going to be putting it as the 15th of May. Right, so apparently Ian Brady, the Moors murderer, he dies age 79. So let's read a little bit more into this serial killer, this murderer. So he's supposed to be a notorious murderer. My God, they got a picture of him on there. He looks really terrible. He looks like Charlie Chaplin a little bit, to be honest. He's got that, I don't know why, he's got that skinny sort of like tall head with like sort of spiky hair and all that kind of stuff. So he kind of looks, all you need is sort of like the Charlie Chaplin sort of like moustache and the little cane and all that kind of stuff. Ian Brady, the Moors murderer, has died in a high security hospital aged 79. An NHS spokesman has said Brady, who revealed he had a lung and chest condition in December, had been receiving palliative care, or palliative care from cancer nurses at Ashworth Psychiatric Hospital on Merseyside. Mersey Care NHS Foundation Trust, which runs Ashworth Hospital, confirmed that a 79-year-old male patient died after becoming unwell. Brady and his then-girlfriend Myra Hindley sexually tortured and murdered 5 children between 1963-65, burying at least 4 of the bodies on Saddleworth Moor and near Oldham. The body of one of the victims, a 12-year-old Keith Bennett, has never been found, despite pleas from the boy's relatives for Brady to reveal his burial site. Brady and Hindley were convicted of the 3 murders in 1966, and details of the 2 further victims emerged in 1980s. Hindley died in prison in 2002. Brady was transferred to a maximum security psychiatric hospital in 1985. That's 2 years actually before I was born, 1985. So I was born in 87. So bloody hell, that's a lot. That's way over 30 years. Jesus. After being diagnosed as a psychopath, well, I bloody would be a psychopath after doing that shit. Fucking disgusting. He spoke of wanting to die and went on hunger strike. Well, actually, to be honest, he shouldn't have wanted to die. They should have bloody just gone and killed him there and then, to be honest. Went on hunger strike, but was force-fed. In 2013, he unsuccessfully attempted to get himself transferred to a Scottish prison where he would not be force-fed and could have control over the manner and timing of his death. Although he is claimed to have been on right, here we go, I'm back. Not force-fed, he could have control over the manner and timing of his death. Although he is claimed to have been on a hunger strike for 14 years, was undermined by his barrister, who said he ate toast and soup most days. So, well, some person who wanted to go on a hunger strike wouldn't eat toast and soup most days, especially after the shit he's been doing. So, in February this year, he was refused permission for another court bid to be transferred to prison. His lawyer said he had emphysema and was terminally ill. Actually, I have no idea what emphysema is. Probably is it an illness or something to do with the brain? I don't know, or probably internal or something. Brady wrote to the Guardian journalist Eric Allison in 2006 saying that he wanted to die and describe his life at Ashworth. Haven't exercised in the open air since 1975, walking from a matchbox into a shoebox of sunshine only reminded me of where I was and could be, he wrote. The 3 decades SIC devoid of sunshine hasn't affected my health. Unfortunately, despite my smoking the strongest tobacco, my luck has run out and I can't even catch cancer, he said. His hunger strike, he wrote, was intended to allow him to exit this sterile existence entirely. So yeah, it's pretty much what it says here about this topic for today, for this one. So I mean, what do you guys and girls think? Do you think he took the easiest way out of letting him die, or do you think that he should have suffered even more? And what is now for the parents who are still looking for the victim, or for the boy who the last one they're supposed to be looking for? How are they going to cope with not finding him now? And yeah, my prayers go out to the families of the last victim. I hope they do find some sort of peace and all that. And yeah, it's sad times for the families, or for the family I should say, for the last victim. I'm going to leave my love with them on this one, and we'll go straight to another topic, guys and girls, because we're 13 minutes in, so by God. Okay, and we're halfway through already. So the next topic, guys and girls, for the daily news. Right, this one's to do with Theresa May. So this was done. When was this one done? 1 hour ago, apparently, I think, as well. Let's have a look. Was this 1 hour ago? Yeah, there was, actually, this was earlier today, so 2 hours ago, actually. There's a post been upon the news about Theresa May. I inject 5 times a day, Theresa May, who's the Prime Minister of the UK of England, reveals as she talks openly about living with diabetes. So this should be an interesting topic for people out there who are suffering with it as well. Apparently she said it's not a disability, but who knows? I mean, what do you guys and girls think? Do you think it's a disability for yourself? Because obviously you've got to take it for medication, so otherwise you'd probably end up dying without it or go into a coma. So I would presume if you've got to take something for an illness, then obviously the illness has effects on you and the people around you to do with it. Because if you fall into a coma, then they've got to give you the insulin. So it is life-threatening. So it says here, the Prime Minister suffers from type 1 diabetes. That's type 1. Type 2's I think the main second one, which is not too deadly, but you still got to take your tablets, and you don't have to have the injections and needles. That's what my mum's on. Yeah, guys and girls, right, sorry about that, it just went off a bit funny then for something. So, I'm doing this video to carry on with this bit. I just had to pause it for a minute. For some reason in the video editing software it's kind of stopped off. So yeah, Theresa May, she takes diabetes, well, she's got diabetic number 1, so she has to take insulin. And it says the Prime Minister suffers from type 1 diabetes, urged fellow sufferers not to allow the illness to hold them back from doing what they want in life. In a 45-minute question and answers session broadcast on the internet, the Prime Minister refused to rule out accident-free bus passes for pensioners, and hinted that the Conservatives will commit more cash for the National Health Service. In its manifesto this week, she discussed her views on a range of issues, from on fox hunting and being a victim of fake news on social media to benefit cuts and what women should wear in the workplace. Alright. Mrs. May has previously disclosed that she had to inject herself discreetly in the stomach with insulin 4 times a day following her diagnosis in 2012. Asked by a fellow diabetes patient about her own experiences of the illness, Mrs. May said, "I am type 1 diabetic. That means when I eat, I have to inject insulin, which I do. I will be injecting myself 4 or 5 times a day. You just get into a routine, you depend on what that insulin, and you just build that routine into your daily life. The crucial thing to me is being diabetic doesn't stop you from doing anything." So is she right, guys and girls? Does it stop you in your daily lives as being diabetic, or do you cope on a daily basis and just go with your heart's content and actually do work with this condition? And do you always carry your medication around with you? So yeah, let us know in the comments below. So let's go to the next topic. Alright, got a bit of a cold today covered on, so let's see what other topics we got. News. What I do, I type some news in and I'll have a look if there's anything interesting. Right, so when was this? This one was about an hour ago. And this one's from Sky News, so I don't know whether to believe in Sky News or not, because then as you hear about all this propaganda shit going on, guys and girls, whether to believe in it or whether not to believe in it. And it's like, sometimes they're full of lies, and it's hard to say. I mean, what do you guys and girls think? I mean, I try and keep to the basics, and you jolly know whether something is a lie, whether something's not a lie. You can usually tell, and from certain things that do happen, obviously things do happen for a reason, like either Trump getting in power in America last year, or Theresa May getting in as the Prime Minister for the UK, or the French bloke getting in for France, Macron, I think his name is. So obviously they've got it all planned of what's going ahead, what's not going ahead. So let's have a look at this one. What's this one here? North Korea missile can carry heavy nuclear warheads. Now we didn't know that, did we? Or did we? This is by Sky News. North Korea claims that a missile it tested during the weekend is a new medium long-range ballistic rocket capable of carrying a heavily nuclear warhead. The propaganda from Pyongyang must be considered with wariness, experts said, but the claim, if true, would bring the country a step closer to its goal of a nuclear-tipped missile able to reach the US mainland. The missile flew for about 30 minutes, traveling about 800 kilometers, I should say, or km, 500 miles before landing in the Sea of Japan to Tokyo. North Korea's official Korean Central News Agency described the missile as a new ground-to-ground medium long-range strategic ballistic rocket. They added that the Hwasong 12-inch was capable of carrying a large heavy nuclear warhead. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un had hugged rocket research officials after witnessing the test, saying they worked hard to achieve a greater thing, they said. US President Donald Trump has called for far stronger sanctions on North Korea after the country test-fired a ballistic missile. In a statement, the White House said Pyongyang has been a flagrant menace for far too long. Let this latest provocation serve as a call for all nations to implement far stronger sanctions against North Korea. It said Mr. Trump cannot imagine Russia is pleased with the test as the missile landed closer to Russia than to Japan. The statement added, earlier the US Pacific Command said it's detected the launch and tracked the missile, but added that it did not pose a threat to North Korea, or North America I should say. The type of missile is being assessed and the flight was not consistent with the intercontinental ballistic missile, a spokesman said. The launch earlier on Sunday took place at a region named Kusan, where the North previously test launched an intermediate range missile, and it is believed to be developing. Tensions are running high in the Korean peninsula, with Mr. Trump warning last month that a major conflict with Pyongyang was possible. However, the US president has also said he is open to talks with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un over Pyongyang's nuclear missile programs. The launch is also the first since a new Liberal president took office in South Korea on Wednesday. Hang on, there you go, let me get to the next bit. Moon Jae-In has said dialogue pressure must be used to ease tensions on the Korean peninsula and stop the North's weapons pursuit. The test drew an immediate response from Seoul and Tokyo, with two leaders also talking over the phone to discuss a response. In Seoul, Presidential Secretary Yoon Chan said Mr. Moon expressed deep regret over the fact that this reckless provocation occurred just days after a new government was launched in South Korea. The president said, "We are leaving open possibilities of dialogue with North Korea, but we should sternly deal with provocation to prevent North Korea from miscalculating," he had. In Tokyo, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe said North Korea's repeated missile launches are a grave threat to our country and a clear violation of United Nations resolution. It was not clear what type of ballistic missile was fired. While North Korea regularly tests shorter range missiles, it also is working to master the technology needed to field nuclear-tipped missiles that can reach the US mainland. So what does this mean, guys and girls, for say a long-range ballistic missile? Does this mean they could actually put an actual nuclear warhead and attach it onto this rocket and actually end up like blowing the shit out of like the US? And there was some talks about it the other day. One of the videos I saw on I forgot what it was called now. It was on a YouTube video, and it was by Alex Jones, and it was stating something about he was using Kim Jong was using a missile to do with the EMP, which he would send over to the US. So if they use an EMP, which is an electromagnetic pulse, that could actually fuck up all communications with the US, unless they've got like an anti-EMP already and to protect them. But I don't know. I don't think we should have wars against any country. I think we are all we all got a mind, and we should use our mind for good things rather than fucking blowing our planet up, which is already in dire straits with all this like climate changing. I mean, Donald Trump keeps saying that climate changing isn't bad, but it's getting worse. It's like one day it's nice and sunny, next day it's hot, and then it's so boiling, and then the next day it's pissing down with rain, and then it's like it's changing and on and off. I mean, it's like changing your clothes. Basically, the weather changes like you change your pants, or you change your trousers, or you change your clothes and all that, or the amount of dinners that people have from time to time. So I don't know, it's one of those things, I guess. But anyway, guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this video on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to bring more and more daily news to you guys and girls out there. If you enjoyed this, please like, favorite, subscribe, and cheers for watching.